Okay, the whole idea here is to get rid of fractions so we can solve for x, right? Be careful. Yeah, well, be careful. Remember, this is going to be 3x over 1 times 7 over x minus 3x over 1 times 1 over 3x equals, we're going to have 3x over 1 times 5/3. Make sense? I have to distribute that 3x to every term. I'm distributing the 3x to every term. That's all I'm doing here. Now I'm going to do the actual multiplication. Will you shut up? Shut a minute. Shut up. Okay, I found my lowest common multiple. Okay, I have to have a 3 and an x because that's what I have in my denominator. So I'm going to multiply the entire equation by 3x or 3x over 1. Same thing, right? So I'm distributing 3x to each one of the terms. And when I distribute, I multiply. Just like if I had, 4 over, something like this. Distribute it over, I get 4x plus 4 times 2, which is 8, right? So that's what I'm doing here. 3x times 7 over x, 3x times 7 over x, okay, minus 3x. Well, I'm going to cancel out while I multiply. Again, the whole idea here is to get rid of the fraction. Okay, so my x's, I can cancel out a factor of x's, right? Because one's in the numerator, one's in the denominator. So my first term, I have 21 over 1, or just 21. 7 times 3. Minus, now the second one, I can cancel out the whole 3x, and I just have 1 times 1, which is 1. Equals, now after the equal sign, the 3's can cancel out, 5x. Now I can easily solve for x. Okay, and minus 1, I get 20 equals 5x. What's x? And I know that it can equal 0, so I'm good to go. Not that bad. It's a lot easier than adding, right? Of course it does. Yeah, this is the first problem. Okay. What do we always have to do before we start these rational expressions? Factor, right? I know, we don't like factoring. Number 2, I have to factor x squared minus 4, which is a difference of squares. So it's x plus 2, x minus 2. What's my lowest? I just factored it. Okay. So what's going to be my lowest common multiple here? Yes. So I'm going to multiply the entire equation by x plus 2, x minus 2. I know. Still frozen. Okay, so I'm going to distribute each term. Okay, the first term, I'm going to multiply x plus 2, x minus 2 over 1 times 3x over x minus 2 plus, we're going to multiply x plus 2, x minus 2 over 1 times 1 over x plus 2. To equal, I'm going to take x plus 2, x minus 2 over 1, and I'm going to multiply it by negative 4 over x plus 2, x minus 2. Okay? Doesn't matter. It's going to cancel out. All right, you ready? Okay, let's cross out the x minus 2. So I have 3x times x plus 2 plus, this time the x plus 2's cancel out. X minus 2 times 1 is just x minus 2 equals, all of these cancel out, so I just have negative 4. And just solve for x. 3x squared plus 6x plus x minus 2 equals negative 4.
Put the 1. Why don't you put the 1?
What one?
For the x. Bothered.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, let's keep going. I think I'm going to just run into the other problem. All right, 3x squared plus 7x. I'm going to bring this 4 to this side because this is a quadratic equation. I need it equal to 0. So add 4 to both sides. I have plus 2 equals 0. Now remember, yeah, this is just for number 2. Remember, I'm solving for x. So I'm going to have to factor this. So I have 3x and x plus 2 plus 1. Let's see, it gives me 6x, 7x, good. Now I have to set each one of these equal to 0. Yeah, you have to do all this. This is really where stuff gets fun. So I have 3x equals negative 1. So x equals negative 1/3, or x equals negative 2. Now, think about this. Let's go back to our original problem. All the way back up to number 2. Okay? What can't my x be? X cannot equal, remember I can't have a 0 in my denominator. So x cannot equal negative 2 or positive 2. That would make one of these 0. So this is what we call an extraneous solution. Extraneous solution doesn't work. So my answer is x, because it'll make my denominator 0. This one. So my answer is x equals negative 1/3. That was number 2. I'm going to do one more. I'll do number 7. Okay, what do I have to do first? That's right, factor. So I have x plus 1, x minus 1. I have a whole number, so what is the 2 over? That's right, 1. What's my least common multiple that I'm going to multiply this whole thing by? X plus 1, x minus 1. Going to multiply to each term. Now, sticky, white. Do you want me to continue to keep it separated like this? Okay. So I'm going to take x plus 1, x minus 1 over 1. I'm going to multiply it by my first term, which is 5x over x minus 1 minus, I'm going to take my x plus 1, x minus 1 over 1, multiply it by my second term, which is 2 over 1, equals, I'm going to take my least common multiple, x plus 1, x minus 1 over 1. I'm going to multiply it by my third term, which is 14 over x plus 1, x minus 1. Okay, you ready? Am I going too fast? Sorry. Tell me, I'm sorry. Look at all the people sleeping. Okay, ready? Okay. X minus 1 cancel. Yep. Nothing cancels here. So I'm going to have 2. And I already know that x plus 1, x minus 1 equals x squared minus 1, right? So I'm going to have to multiply all this out. Okay. I know what this quadratic is. It's x squared minus 1. Okay. And then after the equal sign, all of these cancel. I have 14. Okay, now I just have to solve for x. So I have 5x squared plus 5x minus 2x squared plus 2 minus 14 equals 0. With me? Okay, 5x squared minus 2x squared, 3x squared, plus 5x, and I have minus 10. Factor this. So I have 3x and x. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, this may not factor. 15, 2, 2, 15, 13. 10, 7. I got a sign. I should put up a sign somewhere. Negative 12. Ah, thank you. Thank you. See, 4 and 3. Thank you. That makes a whole lot more sense. So 3x minus 4 equals 0. And x plus 3 equals 0. 3x equals 4. So x equals 4/3. Or x equals negative 3. Now, we have to check, see what doesn't work in our denominator. X cannot equal what? Well, positive 1, yeah, 0. But x itself can't make this 0. So x cannot equal 1 or negative 1. So we're good. We actually have two solutions. Isn't that fun? Now you can do your work. Oh, by the way, if you have a fraction equal a fraction, what can you do? Cross multiply, solve for x. Is that it? Yeah, look at that. Now you can do all the homework.